Hi everyone, welcome back to another Plant Chats. So today I will be talking about my garden. Today's video is going to be a tour of my tropical garden. So I also have another garden. It's not here. It's not on this side of my house. It's on the other side of my house where there's more direct sunlight. That's my cactus garden or my cacti and succulent garden. Those plants are gonna have already adapted to living in conditions where there's more sunlight, more direct sunlight. These plants, however, these come from more tropical regions throughout the world, like regions closer to the equator. And well, these plants they do like a lot of bright light, but just not as direct as my other plants do. So let's get started. So right here, let me stand up. Right here I have my Monstera deliciosa. This one has grown quite big, honestly. This little leaf is so sad, it's already dying. But that's one of the oldest leaves of this plant, so it's okay. As you can see, it has a bunch of roots. I'm going to need to repot this plant soon, actually. I'm gonna need to buy a bigger pot for it. But look at all these stems and roots, like they're very thick, very strong. So that's how you know this plant is pretty old, very mature, but it's pretty big, honestly, and I really like it. Like, the leaves are so pretty. These fenestrations are really cool. I've seen monsteras with so many fenestrations, which are just these little holes. The more light they get, the more nutrients, the more fenestrations these big pretty monsteras will get. So yeah, pretty cool. On this same chair, I have these on the chair, I have my baby toe succulent. This one is not doing as good as I would like it to. This is because it's been getting a lot of water recently, or it's either been getting too much water or it's been drying out. So the reason I have this one here in my tropical garden and not in my cactus garden is because that one's a little bit more sensitive to direct light. So that one prefers similar conditions to these, where they get still a lot of bright light, just not as direct as the others. So same thing for these plants. This one is a succulent here, similar to the baby toes, very similar. This one, like I said earlier, it's also pretty sensitive. I can't remember the name for this one, if I'm being honest. So yeah. Oop. Then we also have these right here. These are Haworthias. Well, this one's a Haworthia, I know for sure. And this one, I can't remember the name of this one, but it's really cool. These look pretty similar in composition, not really in like their color or anything, but in their composition. You can see the older leaves move to the side and make room for the newer leaves, you know. So that's pretty cool. Honestly, you can also see a little mother of thousands here. I'm gonna try to remove that. I have these growing in like rock and like pebbles, rocks, still with soil, but I just want their roots to be more aerated, especially since I have them here in this garden where I would tend to water my plants more. But these really seem to love it here. These hold a lot of water in their leaves, as you can see. So when I had them in the other garden with direct sunlight, they would dry out a lot more quickly. So yeah, I decided to move them here, and they've been thriving. I might need to repot these soon as well. So I also have carnivorous plants here. You can see I have pitcher plants, monkey cups, or pitcher plants. I think, yeah, monkey cups, pitcher plants. Sorry. So right here I have a little monkey cups plant. This one I got, I think, a few weeks ago. It's been growing pretty well. I have these in bowls sitting in distilled water because these carnivorous plants love distilled water. They won't do well with like water from the hose or even purified or mineralized water, because these don't like a lot of extra minerals in their water. It's gonna be the same for all these carnivorous plants. I also have Venus flytrap there, and more pitcher plants here, a tiny little pitcher plant. So I also have this very tall pitcher plant and this nice monkey cup, Nepenthes. Yeah, that's the name, Nepenthes. You can see the little cup right there. So the thing with these carnivorous plants, they come from, well, like Venus flytraps, for example, grow in the southern United States where they receive lots of light. So these do love light as well, but they don't grow in regular soil like a bunch of my other plants. These actually grow in like peat moss, where they sit in these bogs of water all day. So the peat moss has very little nutritional like value for, not nutritional, yeah, like very little nutritional value for these plants. So these plants have adapted to eating insects to get their nutrients from. So since they grow in these low nutrient soils, they need to rely on other ways of getting the proper nutrients that they need. So they have evolved to devour insects, which is really cool, right? So yeah, I have these two pitcher plants, this small one, this big one. These two Nepenthes, this big one, this small one. These two pitcher plants, this small one, that big one. The Venus flytrap, and this Mexican butterwort. But this one has not been doing as well as I would have liked it to have been. It's really small right now. I think it's having a hard time growing roots. I have it in sphagnum moss and distilled water, but it's not growing as well as I'd like it to. I'll need to see about it though. I hope it grows pretty quickly. So yeah, those are the carnivorous plants I have. Then I have a little ZZ plant here, really small. Then I have this, what's it called? These are like the Christmas plants. I can't remember the name right now, but I just randomly have it growing here. My family members gave me cuttings and, well, kind of forgot about them and just moved them to the side, and they grew pretty well. So yeah, I'm really surprised about those. Then back here I have my Marantas and a pot of string of hearts. These are the variegated string of hearts. Then I have my, I forgot what this one is called, African something. This one's not honestly not doing as well either. I'm gonna need to try to help that one pretty soon. But I have my Marantas over here. I have this one, and then these, the red and the lemon lime one, or the lime Marantas. These I just brought them outside. I had them inside. I think I'm gonna take them back inside though, because these are very sensitive plants. Sorry, I was looking for something. They're very sensitive plants. They like distilled water only as well, and then they don't like a lot of light. Obviously they still need light. They don't like a lot of light though. They're very sensitive. So these are similar to calatheas, you know. A lot of people are scared or intimidated by them because they're really needy. So I'm gonna take them back inside right now. I'm gonna take them back inside my little animal pots. My pots, and so I'm gonna take those back inside. I also, you can see the string of hearts are trailing here. I also have a little philodendron here growing in that pot of water. Then I have Hoyas here. Hoya, I forgot their names. I think this one's Hoya carnosa. Can't really remember. But I have a bunch of little random plants growing here. I have this philodendron, string of pearls, Peperomia hope, Hoya australis, Hoya Hindu rope, Pilea peperomia. Lots of different plants here. These grow well here, honestly. They like it a little bit more shady than the rest. So yeah, on top of my Monstera Deliciosa, I have a Hoya carnosa. This one has been growing really cool. It grows really long. Honestly, you can see all these long stems. Yeah, growing really cool. Then I have some air plants here. This is my air plant section. I have this air plant separate from the rest because that one comes from more arid areas. More dry areas where they receive a little bit less water. So I have it a little farther away from the other ones, like these for example, which require more water. You can tell like they look differently. They have less trichomes than the rest, so they need water more often. Then I have this huge air plant here, that huge Xerographica in the back, and another Xerographica here. Then let's go over to my plant wall. So let's start off here. Here I have a little mounted staghorn, one of my first projects. That's why it looks pretty poorly made, but it's been doing pretty good. I'm not gonna say it's been thriving, but it's been surviving, and well, I mean, it's been growing, so I think it's doing pretty good. Then right here I have a burro tail succulent, or donkey tail succulent. I have two actually. So this one was the original plant, and that one was another plant that grew from all the different leaves, succulent leaves that fell off. So you can see here that these are really bald stems. That's because these donkey tail succulents are really sensitive, so with one little touch their leaves will fall straight off. So as you can see, this is where the pot borders it, so all the leaves fell off around here, and yeah, pretty sad. Like look, for example, see, they fall off so easily. Then I have a little peperomia here, doing okay. Could be doing better. I have some Ripsalis here. I think these are the same. Then I have another different species here, another one of the same species in the back. Then I have a philodendron here and a spider plant back here. I think it's a spider plant bonnie. The spider plant bonnies have like curlier leaves, so yeah. Then in my hanging plants I have a Hoya obovata. This one's been doing pretty well, honestly. This one likes, I have it hanging. Oof, the back could be doing better. But yeah, Hoyas are my favorite plants. I really like them. I don't know if you've noticed, but I have lots of Hoyas in my collection. So yeah, these are really cool. Hoya obovata, I like the leaves a lot. They're really cool. And then here I have a hanging staghorn. This staghorn has honestly been doing really well for me. Like the leaves have been growing tall, and it's just really nice. Like this is one of my favorite plants in my collection. Which I mean, I probably shouldn't have favorites, but I just really like the way it grows and the way it behaves, unlike some other plants. So here I have some mounted air plants onto this little branch. I don't know the species names of the air plants, but here they are. I have two of them. Then here I have a Hoya australis. The other australis, which is this one, is variegated. This one is not. This is just the regular Hoya australis, but still very nice, still very beautiful. Oh, you can see I had some flowers here, really nice. And then here's like a stem, pretty nice. Here I have my Spanish moss, which is another type of air plant. This one is really pretty. I'm trying to find another spot for it. I don't really like it there because I feel like it takes up too much light from the plants behind it. So I'm gonna need to find somewhere else. I'm just struggling to find it because I do have a pretty small space in my garden, and well, each plant has specific needs, and I just need to like find out where to adjust them and all of that. But yeah, this is where I have it for now, and I really like it. Really nice. I love it. These grow in swamps, like growing off trees. These are epiphytes, like these air plants here. Yeah, this one is another Hoya. I forgot what this Hoya is called, honestly. I can't remember, but these are what the leaves look like. If you know the name, please comment it, or yeah, because I can't remember it right now. But yeah, another Hoya. This is my Hoya Wyerii. No, I don't want to give the wrong name, but this is another one of my Hoyas. This one has grown very pretty. I love this one. I love the black borders on each of its leaves. Very pretty. This is one of my favorites as well in my collection. So yeah, going back around here, I have a Hoya obovata Pink Splash. Doesn't really have as many pink splashes as I would like it to, but it's doing okay. I have a huge staghorn here in the back. It's grown pretty big. I have another Hoya here. I believe this is the Hoya Sunrise. Can't really remember right now. This right here is my Hoya Pubic Calyx. It's grown really nicely. This is my Hoya Crinkle 8. Really pretty. I have a lot of Hoyas in my collection. I just really love Hoyas. Then I believe this is a philodendron. I think it's a philodendron. I can't remember the exact name right now. But yeah, this one has a really pretty design on its leaves, which I really like. This is another bromeliad here. It's growing a little pup, which is right here. This this plant on the side. It grew a pup. The mother plant grew a pup from here, from the side. So yeah, it's growing really cute. Then I have more bromeliads here. I have a pink one and a red one. Really nice. I like bromeliads a lot too. They're also epiphytes just like the Hoyas. Then I have a peperomia here. I forgot its name, but as you can see, it's blooming right now. These are what the flowers look like. Just these like stalks. So yeah, it's blooming right now. It's pretty happy where it's at. Then I have another staghorn back here. You can hardly see it. And then right here I have a Hoya globulosa, which has grown pretty tall as well. This one's really nice, one of my favorite Hoyas. Really cool to look at. Then I have another bromeliad here. This one has grown really big. This bromeliad has a lot of spikes, so it gets pretty painful to touch. This is a Pilea peperomia, or a Chinese, oh, one of the leaves just fell off. Wow. This is a Chinese money plant, also known as that. So then I have orchids here in the back. I have two. I think you can only see one though. Then I have these snake plants, which haven't been doing as well. I have another bromeliad here. I have a Cebu blue pothos here. Then another philodendron, Prince of Orange. I really like the orange leaves on this one. Really cool. I have this bromeliad here, which has this nice pretty flower. Really red. I have an enjoy, Pothos enjoy there. Well, it's not that exact species. I don't know the exact name for this one, but it's like an enjoy. Then I have a Hoya Princess. I think Hoya Princess here. This one has been doing okay. I've honestly been struggling with this one as well. These plants are pretty burnt from the sun. They turned very yellow, which is not good. But these other ones are doing really well. They look really green and really healthy. I forgot what this trailing plant is called, but it hasn't been doing good either. It's also been burnt from the sun. I have a little mini Tradescantia Nanook there, but it's not doing good either. Then lastly, I have some lucky bamboo here and green pothos, you know, the regular pothos that's gonna need some water soon. So I think that's all for my tropical plants. I apologize for not knowing all the exact species names. And I have too many air plants to go over each one. But yeah, I have a lot of plants already. Obviously I still would like to grow my collection. The only issue here though is space. But yeah, I have my plants outdoors. I have this little shade here, which a lot of nurseries use because you don't want to block all the light from these plants. You just want to filter it. So like these have holes in the little material, so still allows light rays to go through, but filters the sun and prevents it from being super direct onto the sensitive leaves of these plants. But yeah, I really like growing plants outdoors. I would prefer not to grow them indoors because I just think they end up growing more healthy outdoors, where they have tons of light, tons of fresh air, and where you can water them more. Because when you water plants, you don't just want to water just a little bit every day. You want to water, well, it obviously depends on each plant, but this is like a generalization. You want to water very heavily and like a lot less. So you want to like almost drown these plants. But yeah, you'll be watering them a lot less, and they really enjoy that, from my experience. So yeah, I really hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed talking about my garden with you guys. I would like to introduce more plants as I go, but yeah, this is all for now. Well, at least for my tropical garden. I have more in my cacti and succulent garden. But yeah, enough. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you liked my video. Have a nice day.